Jesse Marsch, Victor Orta, Radz, what is going on at Elland Road? Let's go straight into it and have a look. And this week, or in fact I say this week, a couple of days ago, a notification popped up on my phone and I was thinking, what on earth is going on? It's a notification from my brother telling me that he's liked a post. So we're going to get straight in and see what is going on with Jesse Marsch. Is he looking for another job? Does he want a P45? Is there another football club out there willing to hire him at this stage of the season? Everybody's a little bit confused. We've got Radz trying to sell the club, but Orta's somehow signing every single player who's got a pair of football boots and shin pads by the look of it. I honestly do not know what is going on at Leeds United. It seems like a very busy place, a little bit of a crazy place. So let's get into it. I'm going to talk first of all about Jesse and what have we learnt this week about Jesse Marsch. Well, it seems Jesse wants to try and connect more with the fans. Excuse me while I check these notifications. I wanted to make sure that A, the audio's alright, and B, more with the fans. Excuse me while I check these notifications. I wanted to make sure that A, the audio's alright. I say it's alright. I mean, for me that's not bad. It's not bad gravy at all in that. So let's get on and see what is going on with Jesse Marsch. And as you can see, Jesse has joined LinkedIn. Hence the reason I'm going absolutely nuts and saying, what about is he after a new job? That's the only reason I can think of why people join LinkedIn. If you didn't know, I'm on LinkedIn. I'm also looking for another job. Don't tell the existing employer that one. It would be nice to come back to the UK. But anyway, if anyone wants my CV or resume, great, go ahead and ask. Stick it in the comments. I'll be keeping an eye on the comments as we're going through this little session this evening. A rant, if you like. Perhaps you want to rant yourself. Perhaps you want to tell me your personal feelings about Leeds United, Elland Road, transfers in, transfers out, Geldart. We've got the other Moroccan guy, Oina, or whatever his name is. Excuse me, pardon me if I did butcher that. But you can always drop me a comment. I'll invite you into the stream. I'll drop you a link if you want to make your feelings known about Leeds United, about everything else that's going on at Elland Road, because there is a lot to talk about. I'm going to just zoom in for you. And here we've got Jesse's LinkedIn profile. He's not been on it very long, a few days, and already we have got some activity from Jesse. He says he's keen to give real insight into the life of a football manager, so he thought he'd kick things off with a Q&A, so a questions and answers session. Perhaps that sounds like you. Perhaps you've got a question direct for the manager. I'd love it if you did. Maybe Jesse wants to join me here on YouTube. I don't think he will though, do you? I mean, come on, I've got 4 subscribers, but my channel's been going a couple of months. And Jesse's been on LinkedIn 5 minutes. He's got 8,029 followers. I don't know if you can see that. I have paused the recording, so just give me a second while I try to do this, and then I'll just say reduce volume to 0. Once I've done that, you'll probably be able to see that. Let's have a look. There we go. So I'm going to just pick back up on the stream here and just see where we're at, how it looks. And we're going to talk a little bit about Jesse. We're going to have a look also. 678 people have interacted with that post, and it's one of them is there as well. So we've got some likes, we've got some applauses. If you've never been on LinkedIn, you can react. It's a bit like Facebook and any other social media, and this is the place where you go if you want to find a job. I find it quite unusual that the Leeds United manager has gone here rather than going on Instagram or YouTube or maybe even Facebook. Leeds have a big presence on there. Not so much on LinkedIn, I don't think, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you want to correct me. Perhaps we can.
Heard from a lot of different friends.
Let's play and see what he says.
Hey everybody, really excited to be here on LinkedIn. I've heard from a lot of different friends and colleagues that this is a great way to connect with different people from different walks of life. Certainly know that there's a lot to be shared and learned between business and sport. So I'm hoping to connect with a lot of different people, and if there's things that you're looking for from me, or things you're looking to see or hear, please let me know. So excited to be here, hopeful to connect with a lot of different people. Let's go.
I mean, I love the guy's positivity. I'm going to just say I think he's a really positive guy. He sounds like a really nice guy. Do you think that, though, is it an American thing? Is it me? Or is everything in America just like totally positive? There's no reality, there's no negative. There's no answering awkward questions or asking awkward questions in some cases. Let me know in the comments, tell me what you think. Let's get back to it, and I'm going to see some of these comments now and let you know. Well, I mean, if you're one of the fans, drop me a line, let me know, stick a comment in there. I want to know everything that you want to talk about. I enjoy talking. You'd never guess that, I know. But maybe you've got other thoughts about Jesse, about the whole, he signed up for LinkedIn. Like, what? Why is he signed up for LinkedIn? Maybe it's confusing you as it is confusing me. So we'll get back into this, and we'll see.
Hey everybody, really excited to be here on LinkedIn.
Okay, thanks for that, Jesse. Yeah, it's the old, press the pause button, and he's, bless his socks, he's got his eyes closed in this one on the freeze frame. So I'll just put that over there. There we go. Okay, so there he is. And we've got some reactions. Apparently, I mean, I must have pressed the like button when I saw that. Now, if you have commented, there might be a chance that I read out your comment and talk a little bit about it. And it says, Bob Welsh, Collections Business and Technology SME, maybe just win matches is what he wants. Well, don't we all? I mean, we all want that. But we also want some real awkward questions. Is Jesse Marsch going to answer any of these questions over on LinkedIn? If you haven't signed up, get yourself signed up. It's going to be a bit juicy. I think there's going to be quite a lot of, what I call suits there. They're going to be answering and asking him very polite questions and stuff like that. If you're a real fan, one that sits in the stands, maybe you're a tradesman, something like that. Maybe you've got some awkward questions. I mean, I'm not encouraging anything bad, but obviously, keep it clean. The guy's just trying to do his job at the end of the day. Treat other people how you wish to be treated. If you're going to go on LinkedIn, be nice to the manager. You might not like him. I like him. I think he's a nice guy. I hope and I'm praying that he can get us some results and steer us away from trouble in the Premier League this year. Also, I'm hoping that we get a win against Cardiff. When are we playing Cardiff? Just let me know. Maybe I can have a look at that actually while I'm going on here. So this guy called Drew replies to Bob and says, "Really, Bob? Really? What a BS thing to say. An open, honest and vulnerable Premier League manager giving people insights, and you come with that." So he's wanted to give insights, like you said, Jesse. He's talking about giving insights about what it actually means to be a day-to-day Premier League manager. I mean, the guy's going to be pretty busy. Training sessions, coaching sessions, meetings, statistical analysis, visual analysis of opposition teams, fitness training, all of these things that we don't think about. We just generally see the managers showing up on the press conference. We see them showing up in the post-match, pre-match interviews, etc. And he's obviously, maybe he's going to spill a few beans about, what goes on at Thorpe Arch. That would be quite interesting, wouldn't it? Talk a little bit more about the players. I mean, that would be great to hear more about the players. I think sometimes football clubs try their best to cover up what's going on. Anyway, come on. Have you ever been over the white line? Do you know how damned hard it is? Would you say that to Pep after last night? This is obviously 5 days ago. I'm not sure what he's referring to there. Well, this guy, Drew Broughton, is called the fear coach, performance coach to world-class athletes. I don't want to go too much into their profiles. I think the majority of LUFC fans would say, just get points on the board. That's my view. Nice and unemotional, Bob. Thanks for sharing. Bob replies, football fans have a huge emotional and financial commitment to their club. It's a lifetime thing. Anything that a coach does whilst in their employ must be 100% committed to that and that alone. So perhaps Bob isn't happy about Jesse getting on LinkedIn and talking more about what goes on behind the scenes at Elland Road, Thorpe Arch and anywhere else that's associated with Leeds United. Are we going to get live streams from the team bus? That would be quite fun, wouldn't it? What are the players doing? Oh, well, they're all sat there playing Mobile Legends. They've got the big Dr. Dre headsets on. Or the play, I think gone are the days where players had to make their own entertainment and play cards like they did back in the 90s. Nobody in history, if the game just wins matches. The Arsenal Invincibles drew some matches. Man United in their infamous 1999 season lost some matches. That's football, MOT. Steve Byrne from Bayern, is it? Freelance Microsoft implementation consultant. Sam Tan says, people not like Bob's comment, and while it's not something I'd say myself, it's completely predictable to a degree. Preventable. If you're an elite manager or a player, then you have to choose the moments for posting with extreme care and caution. Choosing to join a platform, even in a professional one like LinkedIn, when it's well known for your own fans are dissatisfied with your performance, is a very risky thing to do. I agree. I'm not so sure. He's stuck his neck out here as Jesse, and you look at the face. Perhaps that's why he's not joined Facebook. But look at the Leeds United supporters group ones, and there are murmurings from a growing number of fans who literally just want Jesse to resign, want him to be fired. But it's going to be a bit more complicated than that, I can tell you at this stage, especially with an impending takeover from the 49ers. Is it an American connection? What is going on behind the scenes at the boardroom level? That would be an incredible thing. Maybe Victor wants to join me here. Maybe he's got some things to say. Nobody's going to join me from Leeds United on my live stream, I can assure you. Nobody at all. There's nobody's going to come from the club and say, oh yeah, well, if you've got some questions, fire them over and we'll prepare some answers, and then you can ask us those questions. That would be, I mean, could you imagine what a coup that would be? Could you imagine if some of the officials came over and said, oh yeah, we'll do a bit of chit chat on YouTube with you, no problem, Gary, great. You've got 4 subs, mate, you've got no chance. Keep dreaming. Anyway, let's go on and have a look and see what Dale White has to say. Dale describes himself as a soccer coach. I would think for a man like Jesse, being on here transparent so people can learn from him and he can learn from them will be part of the process of him being the best he can be for Leeds United. Anyone who has led a football team before can see that good things are going on at Leeds. I agree, there's a lot of good things going on. 1 or 2 bits where you raise your eyebrows. I wasn't too pleased with the how Klitsch left the club. Alioski as well. I mean, I liked Alioski. He looked like he was a bit of a showman, a bit of a Jack the Lad, someone who's going to, help the players de-stress, relax, a bit of a prankster, that kind of character in the dressing room, I imagine, Alioski. I thought it was a good... alright, he lacked a bit of pace, but I think you need a character in the team, don't you? Anyone who has led a football team, yes. But it works for them. A few good signings, and I predict they'll finish mid-table and lay foundation for the next 4 or 5 years. It's hard to take you serious, Bob, when you like your own comments. Oh my God! I mean, you shouldn't really do that. Marcus Walderhag Inderberg, he's a key account manager at Secure Gaming Norway. It says, Drew, calm down. Telling people to do their job is not BS, is it? Bob, ask the fans what their aspirations are. It won't be mid-table after signings. I truly hope he does well, but needs to prioritise better. There's a lot being said here. It's all very polite stuff at the moment. It's a fair view. I'd like to see their budget compared to people around them before I comment on where we should finish, despite them being valid. I don't think fans' aspirations are the best measuring stick for success. All I'm saying is that good things are happening at Leeds, in my opinion. And for the record, I don't think you liked your own comment on purpose. Right, it's a bit of an apology, isn't it? But anyway, Simon Swan, machine operator, graphic packaging in Baden, says, welcome Jesse. Tim Chapman, sales leader, coach, author and educator, says, welcome Jesse Marsch. Totally agree with the parallels of learning between sport and business. If you fancy being a guest on our popular podcast, Coaching Winning Sales Teams, we would love to have you as a guest. Oh, there's an invitation. Everybody wants Jesse Marsch on their podcast, their YouTube channel or whatever. I mean, the guy's going to be super busy, isn't he? What time is he going to find? We have featured in a number of we've featured a number of top sports coaches, including Tony Smith, is the Hull Rugby League, Stuart Lancaster, Leinster Rugby Union. Good post, Tim. This is John Pollard, head employee benefits trustee at Technical Services somewhere. I'm not going to go into where. I hope you are well, Jesse's challenge is not one that is discussed often. How does he take on the poison chalice of following a legend? I mean, Marcelo was great for Leeds, wasn't he? Following Marcelo at Leeds, and it's like following Matt Busby or Sir Alex Ferguson over the Pennines. If it goes well, it's all down to the predecessor and the great team he inherited. If it goes badly, it's all down to him. It's not a topic that has had a lot of analysis compared to things like team building, motivating teams, etc. In fairness, Jesse, he's doing okay, and I think we are good enough to stay up this year, although I don't expect it to be an easy season. Well, if you joined me on my last live stream, you'll know that I said the same thing. The teams around us seem to be starting to get draws, getting the odd win here and there. These teams like Forest, we talked a bit about Villa in the last live stream. Welcome, boss. Registered dietitian at Loving Hearts Geriatric Care International, Richard Gano, RD. Director of Specialist Engineering Services, Pty Limited, Darren Bridges, says, I'm not big on LinkedIn, but LUFC has been a lifelong passion. Your post intrigued me from the roots of in a coal mining West Yorkshire town near Elland Road, and then moving to Australia with work. And plenty of world travel has given me so many great experiences. I've worked in the USA and continue to work with Americans. Oh god, this one's a bit of a long one. So we'll kind of move on. Sorry about that, Darren, if ever you watch. Good luck tonight, Mr. Marsch, and your team. Come on, Super Leeds. And this is Richard Brocklehurst, H&S advisor at Nokia. Nokia, of course, the great phone manufacturer once was. I think they're developing network and IT infrastructures and next gen mobile communications these days, Nokia. So, yeah, director at the W.C. Howe Institute. I'm part of a small group of experienced coaches in the US and Canada who are trying to build a grassroots change in coaching youth football. We see the direction as one that is not positive. Is it as one that I don't know what that means. Our focus is on child health, mental, emotional and physical, and a way to turn the structure of youth football in a new direction. I mean, he puts in brackets soccer, just in case, just to be clear. There is a reason why our two nations struggle internationally, and to fix this is not yet on the horizon. We have a background in Europe, so we have a little different perspective on both long-term player development and those children who just seek fun. Please let me know if you'd be open to some discussions on the subject. I mean, these business people are literally just throwing out olive branches to Jesse Marsch. And I mean, the guy's busy enough anyway. Is he going to get the time to do anything on LinkedIn that's going to be constructive either way or mutually beneficial? Who knows? But I mean, you would expect that Radz or someone above Jesse has sanctioned it. He's very brave. Like I said he's very brave to do it. Richard, Chief Executive at DSG Finance Group, quite a big company that, if I remember rightly. And he says now even more glued to LinkedIn. Yeah, I was talking to a friend, and he's a director at a major engineering company over in North Yorkshire, and he's always on LinkedIn. Apparently, once you get into it, it's like a rabbit warren. I think it never ends. It never ends, does LinkedIn, and it's probably one of the most addictive things, social networks you could get out there, if your world of work means that much to you. Of course it does. Not me, Richard, I'm a Borough fan. Says the head of core sales north at Santander Consumer UK PLC. This is what happens when you don't tag right John Graham. Sorry, mate. So someone's tagged the wrong John Graham here. Richard has tagged the wrong John Graham. What happens when you tag the wrong person? Richard Hoggart says, as John Graham knows, there is only room for one John Graham. A lot of other people congratulating Jesse there and saying you're very brave to be doing this. I mean, I kind of agree. The comments just go on and on and on. Apparently there are 176 of them. You might want to find a bit of time, but instead of going through the Facebook supporters group and see what Derek says from Charlie or Pudsey, whatever, it's going to be a little bit more insightful, is this stream, I think. And he's obviously got some ideas about what it wants it to be, how he wants it to be, but like I said earlier on, in the real world, don't be surprised if there's some people out there who are not very nice to Jesse. I hope that if you do come and you do want to join in the conversation with Jesse and pitch him some questions, go right ahead, but for goodness sake, treat other people how you wish to be treated. And I hope that he's not going to treat a fan badly, is he? He's going to have to suck it up. It's going to be pretty International Football Agency, Raheem Ramadan, a lot of different comments in here. World Soccer Management, Thomas and Co Insurance Brokers, good luck with the rest of the season, you've got this. Chris Kirby, and he's one of the partners at Thomas and Co Insurance Brokers. I was an insurance broker once upon a time. Ian McLean, consultant business advisor. Pete Erickson, he describes his position as top dog. There are some comedians on LinkedIn, I'll tell you. If ever you get the chance, get yourself over there, have a look at that. Consultant, sportsbook, Paul Hawkins, banking, independent writer of sports books, historian. Some real brains in here, I'll tell you. DM Solutions Limited, Constantine Marudias. Welcome to Helvian Mortgage Market, Intra Renewable Technologies, Creators Plus Community at LinkedIn. Whoa. Hang on, co-founder at Inter Alia Club. Daniel Markovitz says, welcome Jesse. Quite a few likes going on there. I think it's quite interesting just to go through and see who's commenting. You find out a lot about people when you're on LinkedIn, and perhaps you're looking for a new career. Get yourself to LinkedIn. Perhaps you're looking for new employment opportunities. Get yourself to LinkedIn, as well as obviously doing yourself a solid favour. You can find your favourite football manager of Leeds United only on LinkedIn. Certified therapeutic recreational specialist. Wonderful to see you on here, Jesse. MOC from the Washington DC area. Rexene H, is it? Oops. It's very interesting to see. Oh my god, I've pressed the back button, and now we've got to fire down all those comments again. We'll have a little look. I don't know if you can see them at home. Maybe you can. Maybe you can't. I'd like to ask him about transfers and what the transfer policy is. What are his thoughts about transfers, and when he's considering getting players, does he look at how does he come to the decision that this player's worth that much money? I mean, he might not even have very much to do with transfers. We've seen it in other clubs where directors of football or sporting directors or whoever, they're the ones making the decisions. The managers just have to go with it, and hey, welcome to trading, and here's our new player, and the manager's like, what? You've signed who? Yeah, did you not see it in the press? No. Did you not read your emails? No, I didn't. The online rule, yeah. Mark Hurley, looking for sponsorship to live and work in America. Good luck with that, Mark. Getting a job there, I think, is very, very hard work. They don't make it easier as some other countries do to get in and start work. It's not as easy as some other countries. I wish you the very best with that, Mark. If you do watch, by all means, you drop a comment, let me know. Jesse Marsch, nice. Financial advisors. A lot of financial advisors on here. Are they doing financial advice, or are they just doing LinkedIn for a living? I'm only joking, financial advisors. Don't come at me. It's just a bit of a crack, a bit of a joke. Welcome, it's great to see you here. Senior Project Manager at Aviva Insurance. Her name's Cody Croxall. So Cody says that. A lot of people wishing well. And I think it's good to be polite. So be polite, Remember, there are people on here, if you start commenting stuff and later on down the line you look for a new job, all of that stuff that you wrote to Jesse Marsch, it'll be recorded and easily viewable, right? You can go straight back into someone's comments sometimes. Another financial advisor at Fairstone Group Limited, and it's Lauren Herrick. So, this could be a good place to go if you want a new mortgage, a bit of life insurance, critical illness, and some endowment, an endowment, pension, investment, those kinds of things. This is not financial advice, and I'm going to say now, again, this post, this video, this live session is not sponsored in any way by anyone. Maybe you want to sponsor and get your name and get some graphics onto my live stream. If that sounds like you, hit me up in the comments. But bear in mind, I have 4 subs, but I have got 2,000. I got 2,000 views last week. That's not bad on YouTube. That's good, really, really good. And you never know. Perhaps I can make some follow-up content and talk more about what's going on at Elland Road. At USMNT position. USMNT. I don't know what that is. The platform is very interesting. Registered player intermediary. Assistant director El Parthenon, is it? A lot of people, quite a few Americans commenting here from, obviously he's going to have a bit of a following in the USA, is Jesse. And maybe you can connect. Maybe there are business opportunities for you there. Maybe there are opportunities to talk. The thing to do is get in and make a comment that's going to be really popular. That's how you're going to manipulate social media into your favour, because the more people who see your comment, if they hit that like button, what's going to happen? You're going to go up the ranking, and then LinkedIn is going to be more likely to show your comment first over other people's comments. And it's amazing, I'm looking at all these comments, and I won't say that I'm a social media expert, but I am quite savvy, and I am building various different businesses and stuff online, and that's happening over time. But I will say that not one of these comments has answered any of his questions. I mean, there are a couple offering olive branches, reaching out, and all of this sort of thing, but there are no real solid questions yet. USA, keep us up and win the FA Cup, job done. Simon Horseman, recruitment director. I mean, look at all the shout outs you lot are getting on my channel. If this live session goes like crazy, I mean, you never know. YouTube might recommend it and say, hey, if you like Leeds United and you want to know a bit about Jesse Marsch, watch this. And the reason I say that, because Jesse Marsch has only got 8,000 followers. In the world of social media, as well as I do, that is neither here nor there. Compared with the 350 odd thousand Leeds supporters on the supporters group, once people start cottoning on, that could be a cottoning on. That's a good one, isn't it? They'll start coming to LinkedIn. Are you in on LinkedIn? I'm in on LinkedIn. I'm looking for a new job, but I haven't decided yet. At the moment, I teach English overseas in Indonesia. I'm in charge of 600 children, so the toughest audience to please, I think. I'm very successful. I've been with the school for 7 years, and I've got a little baby boy now, so I'd like to come back to the UK or go to another country and raise him there, or maybe just do travel and stuff like that. So there's my own plug. Not a very good one. You might think that, oh God, he's lazy. No, I'm not lazy. I just haven't really prepared very much. Account executive at Softcat PLC. That's a great company name, isn't it? Softcat. Where do you work? Oh, I work at Softcat. Great. Talent partner working at startups and scale-ups. Alfred Douglas, legend. Yeah, so Simon Horseman recruitment. Owner MKJC Limited, and that's Mark Dick. Jamie Berryman's been tagged in there. Keep doing your thing, Jesse. All Leeds out with lots of all Leeds talk. all of that stuff. I mean, I wonder if Radzan is... I bet Orta can't be on here, can he? Surely not. Let's have a look. There's an old profile of him there. That must be him. Secretario Técnico at Sevilla FC. What's that? Administrator Director. That's not him, is it? No. I mean, I don't think. I don't know if that's him at all. But perhaps Victor is. Oh, here we are. Look. Director, Training Ground Guru. What does that say? Yeah. So, you want to know about those kinds of things? I think this guy commented, Simon Austin. Seems to be a bit of a link. I think I've seen that name around a couple of times. A lot of different things you can find here on LinkedIn. Radzani, he won't be on there, surely not. Wait, hang on a minute. What is it? I don't know if that's right. Let's have a look. Andrea Radz. No, I don't. It doesn't look like he's there. No, he's not on there. I don't think. I don't see Radz being on there. But anyway, always worth a look on. You never know. Maybe the other senior management at Elland Road fancy a pop at LinkedIn just to connect with the fans, talk a little bit about their. Yeah, nobody's going to care about that. So let's press that stop sharing button before you lot go out and dox me. I don't know if there's anybody going to go out and dox me, but it's always worth a thing. What's going on with Orta? How are we progressing with this new player? Well, apparently we've been linked with a couple of other players as well, by the sound of it. It almost sounds like we're literally just scraping and trying to sign whoever we can get our hands on. Anyone who's going to be worth some decent money. This Ohani, he's gone up from, I think, did this report about 15 million in the beginning. And then they're talking now it's going to be 22 million or something like that. It's really, really... his price has inflated quite a lot in the space of a few days. I just hope... Wait a minute, because I look a bit blue. Now I look a bit white. Now that's a little bit better. I don't know just how they come up with the prices, but when you're valuing a player, the market's going to pay whatever is demanded, aren't they? They are or they aren't. I'm going to talk a little bit about Phil Hay, and he's apparent. I think I saw a tweet today from Phil Hay, and it was talking about he's got the book, and it was beautiful. Sunday Times bestseller. Here it is. If you haven't seen it, the story of Leeds United in the Marcelo Bielsa era, available in paperback with new epilogue. Published by Orion Books, Steve Dials Books. Follow the link. There is a link there. Shall I put that in the comments or not? Nah. I don't have anybody following, but I'll show you it anyway, just in case anybody does catch up on replay. I know you're all at work at the moment, so if you are at work, kudos to you. My work finished a long time ago. a good 6 hours, 7 hours ago, 5-6 hours ago, something like that. Nobody really cares anyway, so I'll just put that on a little bit more. And yeah, I saw it's an amazing club, you'll love it. Klitsch, good luck Lewitt official, it's an amazing club, you'll love it. Oh, give over. Klitsch is trying to get Lewandowski to sign for Leeds. I mean, could you imagine that? What sort of salary is he going to be demanding? Come on, Klitsch, he's not gonna sign for us. Klitsch, hang on, so Klitsch is back in Leeds. While the paperwork for his move to DC United gets processed, he'll be at the game tonight, and he's due to make an appearance on the pitch. Another chance to say farewell. There you go. You've heard it first from Phil A, the inside man. He's got all the contacts and all the knowledge. I mean, Ollie Ward. I've watched a bit of Ollie's content on YouTube. If near protocol, I don't know. Oh, that's an ad. Yeah, let's forget that. I mean, I know a bit about crypto, but sticker spotted in Argentina. Looking forward. somebody's put a Leeds United sticker on down in a train station. Portuguese defender Monteiro emerging as a target for Leeds United, about to turn 18. Oh my God, the babies, mate. They should be at school. They should be in bed when we're playing Cardiff. Is it tonight, that game? Stick a comment in the box if you know. Playing Cervetta in Switzerland and capped at youth level, being identified as part of the Anticipating Talent programme at Leeds. Right. So there you go. If you didn't know, we have something called the Anticipating Talent Programme at Leeds. Portugal defender, there he is. It's there again. It's like a dual post, isn't it? This is the one I saw, I think, today. I mean, there's a bit of a time difference. A read on the hard line, on how the land lies between Radzani and the 49ers. If you haven't seen it, get yourself over to Twitter. He's the man to follow, Phil Hay. Takeover expected before January 2024. I can imagine that that's a year, so I can imagine there's a lot to it when you're taking over a football club. The Chelsea and the Man United the Man United sale's taken a long time. The Chelsea sale, I mean, the government literally pushed that through, didn't they? Let's not talk too much about that or him. And the other one as well is Liverpool. I mean, what's going on with Liverpool? And someone mentioned today, I was reading, and they said, we don't want Leeds to become toxic like Everton. I mean, when I was reading one of the fan forums, I honestly think, will it happen? Are they under threat from some big Qatari board? We don't know, do we? Wide interest in the 49ers Project Inc. from USA political circles. Oh great, we've got the US government investing in Elland Road. Hey, build them a new ground. That'd be pretty funny, wouldn't it? Yeah, it's all to play for, isn't it? I think Phil Hay there at the Athletic, I quite often pop over and have a little read. It's always a good thing, isn't it? Boreham Wood, apparently that match is postponed for tonight's FA Cup Emirates FA Cup third round replay at ASC official, whoever that's Accrington Stanley, isn't it? This is why we've got to beat Cardiff at Elland Road. Come on, Leeds. I'm going to be in bed comatose when that game's going on. I'd love to get up and watch it, but I don't see it happening at the moment. Unless I pull some kind of all-nighter. But honestly, you know, I've got an early start tomorrow. I have an early start every day. I mean, he gets some good engagement on Twitter, doesn't he? He's had 90,000 views on that tweet. Marsch on Cardiff. For me, we need another complete performance. We need conviction. And we need a win. I hate being results-based, but that's where we are. Well, you've got to be results-based as a manager, I'm afraid, Jesse. And that's how it is. And this is the reason why some managers come and go. They fall by the wayside. Yeah. Like I said after the Villa game, I accept the pressures of what's happening in my role. I understand it. I'm doing everything I can. We believe in this project. I'm disappointed we haven't developed faster and better. I have to find ways to push buttons. I mean, he's so positive, isn't it? I just hope things turn for him. Marsch says that discussions are ongoing and happening about what happens next with Joe Geldart. I'd hate to see Joe Geldart go out on loan, but if they think it's the best thing for him, so he gets regular game time, and not only regular game time but prolonged game time, you know, playing him for 20 minutes here every week, 20 minutes there the week after, that's not good enough for Joe Geldart. He's going to have to be, if he wants to become a proven striker, he's going to have to get more game time consistently and for longer periods during a game, I think, in my opinion, as a starter who's going to get in there, get in and about the box, start bullying the defenders, the middle, the central defenders. And I saw a couple of comments like, you know, I don't see where Joe Geldart fits. He's not tall enough, he's not strong enough, he's not... Give over. When he gets on the pitch, he puts 100% into the cause, and he's always coming on the pitch when we're in a losing position, I think. I want to see more of Joe Geldart. I want to see more of these youngsters coming through the ranks. I want to see them achieve. I want to see the manager, the coaching staff develop them. A lot of attacking options at Leeds with Rutter signed, and no secret that there's a loan interest with Geldart. Discussions to be taken. Marsch on whether Bamford might start against Cardiff. He says he's very happy for him to get a goal. Seems to be mentally in a very good place and physically in a very good start. Yeah, let's take our time with Patrick Bamford. We don't want to be overdoing him, and he picks up another silly injury again. Whether he starts, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to assess a few guys today. So this is a big day today for the guys up at Elland Road. I'm pretty sure that Jesse will be readying the players, but hopefully he gives them a good rest. You know, bit of sleep, good bit of something to eat long before the game starts. Marsch thinks that they'll field a stronger side than they did in the original tie. I always take cup matches very seriously. We're going absolutely to win this match, indicating that we're going to go strong to... Yeah, you've got no chance. No chance. No choice. We've got to go out there and win it. The next game is going to be huge, especially for Accrington Stanley. Oh no, what happened there? Stand by while I just try and fix that. Something's happened. Just a minute. Yeah, especially for Accrington Stanley or something like that. Now, I don't know what's going on here. The camera's gone off. What's going on? Wait. Are we back? Are we there? Oh yeah, we're back! Thank God for that! Marsch says that he was happy. He was happy with the Villa performance. but like anything else, as Leeds fans, we're always happy, or we're happy with many of the performances this season, but we're not happy with the results, right? And that's the thing. Where are we going to get these points from? Are we going to survive in the Premier League? I hope so. I think we're good enough. We've definitely got the talent. We've got a bit more strength in depth now. I'm not so sure. That's why I'm not so sure sending Geldart out is a good idea. We would have been rewarded with the result, but it gave me real belief. More importantly, the players have a real belief. It's a clear example of the potential they have. Marsch, talking ahead of the FA Cup. Forshaw, Summerville, Gray are all out. Cooper is a doubt with knee issues. Decision today. Sinistera trained. This is on the 16th of January. Could be in the squad. When he coached players who have been in Germany, they have a high level of tactical education. He's talking here about one of the new signings, I think. Jorginho played 50 to 60 games in the Bundesliga at the age of 20. It gives us hope he can be ready. Maybe he's the most two-footed player I've ever seen. There are a lot of upsides with him. Of course there are upsides, but we need to develop those weaker sides as well, I think, Jesse. So, come on, lads, tonight. If any of you watch, if anybody switches into my stream and whatever, of course I want you to go out there and give this lot a bit of an hiding. It's not a very pleasant to go, Cardiff, and let's not make it hard on ourselves. Get out there, get a win. Keep it tight at the back. Play the simple balls. Don't get dispossessed in crucial areas, especially in our own half. Don't let them pick your pockets. Don't be silly with the ball. Don't try and do something too fancy. Alright, if it starts going horribly wrong, we're going to be snookered. Don't know what the weather is like at the moment back in the UK. If apparently it's really bitterly cold again. Undersoil heating will be on, so hopefully the game goes ahead as scheduled. Try and get you some information on that as soon as possible. The more I know, I'll let you know. In this stream, of course. Now, let's talk a little bit about Radz and Orta. Yeah. Transfer policy. I mean, you're talking about millions of pounds. It's more money than most of us will ever earn in our entire lifetime of work, isn't it? We look like we're making all the right moves. We're getting the weak positions filled. Seems that we're going to have a little bit more strength in depth with these new players coming in, possibly a couple of more coming in before the transfer window closes. And I don't know for a fact, but I would guess that this is the most Leeds United have ever spent in a January transfer window by a long, long, long way. Most teams don't generally, traditionally, as you know, don't bother. They don't bother, do they? They don't bother spending anything in January. They just simply, let that transfer window go by and wait till the summer. Leeds have done it the other way this time. It seems that we've got some other targets, and you would believe that these scouts, it's not just one or two games. These players are being tracked for weeks, possibly months. Statistical analysis is gathered. The game isn't a game anymore. It's more about it's a mathematical conundrum, isn't it? Talking about touches here, passes there, missed passes, dispossessed passes, dispossession, ball given away, a whole lot of stats going into the game, and a whole lot of data to be crunched and processed, and obviously they're going to be analysing against other similar targets and other similar players. And I also think that we've done it's unbelievable. I can't recall a year where they've ever spent this much money in January. So thank you very much to our board of directors and management for authorising Jesse the money, for getting these positions filled. and making sure that we're getting some decent talent to help and develop these academy players. I mean, did you watch the show on Amazon Prime about the academy, what's going on at the Leeds Academy? It's incredible, absolutely incredible. If you haven't watched it, it's on Amazon Prime. I can't remember for the life of me what it's called. Maybe I can have a look and I'll show you. How's that? A bit of a bonus on my channel. Will we sell to the 49ers? I think I answered that earlier, and it's difficult to say. It's great that we're having new players coming in, but if you're selling a football club, or you're talking about selling a football club, why are you investing 60-70 million pounds? Is it tax write-offs? Is it just other business? Is it just the way football works? Is it going to get us a yield at a higher asking price for Radz and his media empire? I mean, the guy's a businessman. Make no mistake with football. These people who are buying up football clubs, and we saw it the other day with Man United. Some guy coming in with his company, he's going to buy Man United. He's not there to make a loss. He's there to make money. It's not a game to them, it's business, and that's what it's all about for them. And I know what Ronaldo was saying, these guys don't care about football, they don't care about Manchester United. He was right. The Glazers don't care about Man United, they don't care about football, they don't know anything about football. To them, all it is a business acquisition, something that keeps for them to offload their debts onto. And this is what we've got to watch for, Radz, that these 49ers or whoever it is that's going to be trying to acquire Leeds, what are their financials like? Obviously there's going to be a due diligence, but at all costs Leeds United must be protected. The well-being, the welfare of the club must be protected at all costs. And I would say to Radz, if there is any doubt, and the lawyers will be checking all of this stuff over anyway, the accountants will be checking it over, but they're going to only do what they're instructed to do at the end of the day, and they ain't going to care. As long as they get the fee, they don't care. Alright? So I think the main thing about this sale and this acquisition is, I hope Radz is putting the welfare of the club, that's the fans, the stadium, the players, the managers, the backroom staff, and we're not going to get somebody in who's going to come in and say, right, I've spent all this money buying this football club, now I'm going to make a load of cuts, and he starts, the 400 girls that work in hospitality, we don't need them anymore, we just need 20. Alright, that kind of thing. Those people who are working at the club on a zero contract hour basis, the waiters, the cleaners, the laundry folk, all of those people have to be protected, I think, because they're going to have to find other jobs, and as we know right now, finding a job is it's a job in itself, isn't it? Doing CVs, interviews, checks and more background checks. It's hard work. So please, Radz, I beg you, if ever you see my stream, please protect the club and the people who work there. That's all from me. It brings me up to an hour, a very quick hour. I will try, you never know, if I'm awake I might do a live stream. Don't make me wake up. If this stream gets 20 likes 20 likes, I don't ask a lot. If we get 20 likes, I might do a live stream for a watch along for the match. Perhaps you're one of those people who can't get to see it, can't get to watch it. I can. I'd be happy to do that. 20 likes though. You can't get 20 likes, you lot. Not a chance. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you all very soon.